Hello, everyone. Hello, Jen. Color me intrigued. Okay. Let's see how intriguing I can be. Apparently, we're in Thompson Crossings. I remember where we are with this. Day 7. I think we're trying to get crafting tools. So we have the hacksaw. I think we're still looking for the hammer. Yeah, I don't think it was yesterday. It was it was like last week. I get so little time to stream, so I'm having to remind myself what I was doing. um, No, I'm not using a mod. I'm actually using uh, a download of the game that was out for that 4 days. So there's a really tricky way to go about it, and it would take a while to explain it. But you can go to a website called the Steam database, and you can literally download any version of the Long Dark you want. You just kind of got to know what you're looking for, and there's some ways to go about it. In fact, there's a video by the Deadpool that goes over it. In fact, I followed his video to do this, and I'm pretty familiar with doing mods and messing around with folders and things like that. So it didn't scare me too much to do. So I have actually 4 different versions of the Long Dark throughout the history, and this just happens to be the build that the original Cougar was out for those 4 days. So I ended up getting this so that we could do the podcast on this, and we kind of cheated our way to get to the Cougar, but I've never really played it. So that's why I started this run. So we're only like 7 days in. We're a ways away before we're going to see it. But I think we started in Black Rock. Here, let's get a recap. Yeah, we started in Black Rock. We managed to get the Timberwolf. We went to Ash Canyon, got the backpack, and now we're just kind of roaming around looking for tools so we can go and forge. So either from here we go to Mystery Lake, or we head over to Coastal Highway, either one. But the loot tables are, I think, the older loot tables that I'm finding, and it's before the wildlife respawn, so things are different.
I would drink just about anything right now.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Astrid. I'm talking and not giving you. That's the same thing. I never got to play the Cougar 1.0 either. It came out on Tuesday, and then I was like, cool, I'll play it this weekend when I have some time off. And they ripped it out Friday before the weekend ever came. So, like I said, I managed to figure out how to download this and make it a working copy that doesn't touch my original game. And so this is just its own entity on a separate drive, and so it allows me to play the old school Cougar. So thought it might be an interesting stream, but we'll see how it goes. Clothes are okay. Could use a few things. The double combat pants are nice. Okay, so we have been where? Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm reminding myself where I've been. So we've been to the farmstead. We've been to. So my guess is that more than likely we're gonna have to go to Signal Hill because that's a good place for the hammer, I think, in the older builds. God, I have to rethink all that. Pots on the stove. We haven't checked all of this yet. How are we doing on food? Not spectacular.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
All right. Well, matches are always good, even though Ash Canyon probably killed us in matches. Yeah, we're floating in matches. And this is just a vanilla interloper run. It's just same old, same old. We got our 2 feet. No custom run, just regular old interloper. So the unfortunate part of this is it's going to be, I don't believe the Cougar shows up for like 30 days, 20 days, something along that line. So right now everything's about setting up for it. But unlike the Cougar is now, you don't see it, you don't get to hunt it the same way. So, but I want to experience that part of it. Yeah, this I got those. I got those as a an invisible spawn. So when I was at the barn, I found this and I found a box of bullets, and I left the bullets behind, but they were invisible. That was an older. That used to happen in that time frame where you get invisible stuff. So the funny thing is, it's the older copy. It's not been updated, so it's got all the old bugs as well. And I know, like, if you go back and watch Zach's... Oh, good Lord, no. If you go watch Zach's Road to 500 Days, he's got a pack of cardboard matches and a few other tokens that he's picked up along the way. Okay, so food-wise, we are doing a lot better. Hello, Miss Pickle. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome to the Nut House. All right, we have a pot and a skillet. We do not need next one. I'm thinking going to Signal Hill, I guess, is the next best thing. What are we doing on water? You know what? Just take the water. Sounds like the weather is turning on us, which is typical Pleasant Valley. Don't know if we'll have time to make that, but we'll have the recipe if we decide to. That's empty. Get this. All right, let's go look at the weather. If anything, maybe we'll go search some of the other houses, see if there's any. Yeah, perfect travel weather. I guess we'll just loot these other houses, keep ourselves busy. And we'll take it.
I'll take it.
Will you? Will you take it? I don't think we need it, but no, we don't. We need socks and underwear and maybe some hats. How's that? That was weird. Why did it flash the cheat death flames there at the bottom? All I did was drop that. Interesting.
I think I can use this.
Good Lord, matches galore. Let's start leaving matches behind someplace. That's funny. Out of the corner of my eye, that looked like a fire striker. I don't remember what the staging was for it. I know that it took a certain amount of days for it to become a part of the world, and then you had to actually stay in a particular region because unlike it is now, it's not in every region. It would only show up if you stayed in a particular place for a certain amount of time. And it would say the cougar is aware of your presence. And then if you stayed too long, then it would tell you that, the cougar's in your area. And you'd get this really cool dramatic music and it was very drama. It was very cool. So that part I do remember from the testing. So it's kind of like an event. And then to get rid of it, you either had to wait and get attacked by it because you could never see it. You only got a chance to hunt it after it attacked you, or you left the area and it would eventually lose interest. Hello, Toasty. Welcome in. So way different mechanic than what we have now. If this hat's any better or any worse. No, it's a little better than that one. Any improvements are improvements. Cougars are in your area. Hang on. I'll fix that. I don't know why it blocked that, but that's too funny not to share.
Well, this stuff will come in
I
handy.
don't remember. I don't remember Interloper being this match heavy. The RNG on this is ridiculous. I could understand if I was doing a custom run, but this being a vanilla loper. I think it's going to trip me up the most is just trying to remember all the old spawns. I may have to take the time and go find the old loot tables to find out where stuff is, because I truly don't remember where the old loot spawns are. Alright, I think we could probably give up a pack of matches here. Okay. Don't know when, if we'll be back, but come on, it's the best part of the day, TLD. Actually, this run did spawn in Blackrock, so let's sleep for now. In this particular one, not that I can tell. It looks like it's on the old loot tables, for me at least. I could be wrong about that. I know the wildlife is not refreshed. It's on the old wildlife spawns.
God,
That,
I could eat a horse.
although I have to thank you, Toasty, and Stars, and then I watched a video from Archimedes about getting into the Warden goat that he did, and I discovered something while I was doing some research on the Blackrock spawn when you spawn in the river. A very interesting little way to get to the prison without fighting 10,000 Timberwolves. So, okay, well that's good to know. Maybe I am off on that. I haven't found the hammer yet, so. But then again, it's not like I remember where every. I don't work with the loot table, so it's not like I remember every spawn point. But I think we'll go up to Signal Hill, and then I don't know where we're going to go from there. But as you can see, there's no wolf here, so it is different. And the rabbits are back where they used to be. 'Cause when I was in Timberwolf Mountain, the rabbits were over by Mountaineer's Hut and stuff again. Okay, Toasty. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Appreciate it. It's empty. No way to mark that one. The other thing I've noticed too is with the visual enhancements, the draw distance. I could see things drawing in on this, and I was kind of freaking out about it the first time I was doing it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is how it used to be. So I think the goal for me right now is we get the bow made, we get some arrows made up, and then we kind of find a place to hang out. Don't know where yet, but then that way we'll buy time to let the cougar find us and let the process start. So that's the unfortunate part of this is I'm going to stream this for a couple of days and not even have gotten to the point of actually having the cougar in play. But I do want to experience it from start to finish. Because when Jitwire and I were doing the prep work for the podcast on this, we kind of cheated it. We kind of hibernated and kind of forced the issue so we could get a flavor of it before we were talking about it. They haven't really had the full experience.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Yeah, no doubt. On the road again. On the long walk.
It's so cold. I think.
You switched over your TV, Jen? Well, hopefully it looks pretty good. I think we're doing this in 2K, so it should be relatively nice. Oh, get in there. Anything in the back seat?
Freezing.
No fancy stuff in the back seat. Oh, hello, bear. It looks great. Thanks. Appreciate the feedback on that. Oh, come on. Get off the hill. Get off the hill. Get off the hill. Good thing our character has the most healthy knees back. Yeah, no doubt. We can gut animals. We can cook like a trained chef. Yeah, we are unbelievable. I never finished putting it together, but I had tried to come up with an idea where you basically would restrict yourself being able to do some of these things until you've like read a skill book. So I was trying to come up with a way to like do like a challenge where, okay, when you start starting a fire, the only place you could start a fire was where there was an existing fire. So you could only start a fire in a fireplace or a fire pit or whatever. And then when you read the fire book, then you could start fires in other places, but you had to lay the book down and use it as a guide. So you could start fires with the book, and then when you reached fire starting 3, you didn't need the book anymore and you could start fires. And then kind of do the same thing for each skill level. So the same thing, like, you couldn't harvest anything until you read the harvest book. And then, then you could harvest small game, so like ptarmigans and rabbits with the book. And then when you reached harvest level 2, you could do deer and that, and then progress up to the bear and the moose at harvest level 3 and stuff like that, to try to add a little more depth to it. But I never did flesh it out. I needed to kind of sit down and write down a set of rules and guidelines. But I thought it would make it fun that, like, you had to have the book with you. If you weren't up to level 3, you had to have the book. You had to refer back to the book. So, like, how do I cut this open? And hello, Fable, by the way. And hello, Ben. Welcome in. We are currently roaming around Unpleasant Valley.
Let's say a lot because I love horses.
Yeah, pickle. I want. It's one of those things that's like in the back of my mind. It's just I need to just sit down and flesh it out, at least to get a basic guideline for it, and then maybe get a couple people to test it and see what they think and tweak it. Because I think it would be an interesting dilemma. Because I think Fable's right. It's like we're all like experts at everything. It's like makes it a little convenient and easy. I will have to reach out to Ark and ask him if that's something he's looked at. Maybe he's got some ideas on that. One of the beautiful things about the community is when you can come up with these ideas and share them, and people are willing to do test runs and give you feedback. And oh, we got coffee. That's good. There she is.
Thank you.
Yay! All right. Now we can decide where we want to go forage. Ooh. They're not in the best shape, but what kind of shoes do we got now? Oh, we've already got a good pair of work boots. We don't need these. All right. Well, we'll leave those behind. And anything underneath there?
I think I can use this.
Oh, those are death waiting there. Sewing kit. Got all that. Got all this. So now where do I want to go forge? I don't think we've gotten any saplings down yet either. So it might be worthwhile to go to Mystery Lake and go forge at the muskeg because we don't have any saplings. We finally got the hacksaw. That makes logical sense. It may not be a great plan, but it's a plan. All right, so how late is it? Probably should warm up. Food, what do we got? How about dog food and granola? It could only be great. The other issue is we don't have a bedroll, so we have to keep that in mind. We're pretty awake. What if we just warm up enough? We go by that cave on the way to the passage to Winding River. There's saplings over there sometimes. You know what? Let's do this. We've got the makings for a torch. Do that now. Just in case we get any... Oh, of course it'll be windy, of course. So much for my defense against the wolves. I can't be 100% certain, but I think this is a place where I had, in my very early days, had died to a blizzard because I tried to hide in a sleeping bag with a fire that I knew was never going to stay lit. If I know what I know now, then... Oh, there you are. I see you over there. Hiding in the trees. And I want to say that was on Voyager too, so that was where, you know, any fire would keep you warm, so. Oh, the learning curves we go through when we start this game.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
Astrid, I only have one thing to tell you, is that
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
you're the one that begged Will to get in the plane and fly you here. You need to suck it up, Buttercup, about the cold. Anything else back here besides the bed? Oh, there is a backpack. Quick warm up here. Let's go.
Oh, so cold.
Here's what we were looking for. Open my head in here. Oh, hello. Obviously, you were having a bad day. Do we have any birch? Sometimes. They're hiding over here. All right, Pickle Lil. Thanks for popping in. I know it's probably getting late on your end of the planet. You've been in about every stream that I've been in today, so I get it. Yeah, you've been streaming or watching streams most of your day, so. I don't know that we need it, but I'm going to take it anyway. If anything, we'll dump it at the cave entrance. don't think we need any. No. I'm not going to worry about the firewood. Nothing over here. Now we can just mill around Mystery Lake and just find saplings and get those things going. Yeah, you always have to you have to pay for one day for the other, huh? Yeah, I spent most of my mornings doing that stuff so I could have the afternoon. So I get you. Get you away. Good night, Pickle. Take care. Probably see you tomorrow.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Save that one for later.
If I don't warm up soon.
Don't know if there's anything here
The
really
sun
to
is
get
setting.
too excited about.
It'll get a lot colder soon.
Well, accelerant is always good.
What have we here?
Tell you what, why don't you just eat the dog food? It's in such good shape. And we won't have to carry it. It's really dark. Can't use the cardboard matches. Those are tokens. Save that. Yeah, go ahead. What else we got? Nothing. Okay. Don't use those matches. I gotta put those away. I'll put them in camp office. Actually, you know what? Warm up them beans. Find an empty spot. That was a crappy torch. I don't know if it's going to stay lit or not, but we'll take one. See what kind of saplings we can find up here. And I think that's what we'll do. We'll go to Mystery Lake and we'll just go on a sapling run. Get those things laid down, and then we'll go forge. Because we're still trying to kill a little bit of time. I'll have to do some research and see if I can find some information on the timing for the old Cougar. Nice maple plant. I'll take that. Is that all the goodies?
My fingers feel numb.
Come on, rabbits. You're playing blocker. You're doing a good job. Wolf looks interested in something else up there. Yeah, I think we're good on cattails for the moment. Put one of our teas to use.
can't feel my hands.
Hello, Yavernell. Welcome in. Come on, Astro. We're almost there. Wow, so much brighter in here than it was outside. You know what? I'm gonna take it. We'll leave it at camp office for making water and stuff. And we might as well loot this while we're here. Bright enough that we can see without the lantern.
This'll come in handy.
No. We'll pass on the spray paint for the moment. Was going to keep going on your Grimloper run, and I saw you were live. So how's it going? I am doing okay. Trying to enjoy Saturday. Appreciate you watching the Grimloper run. That one's been quite unique to play. I'm looking forward to getting to the point where I can actually start hunting. As with the animals being passive, I think it's going to be quite unique. Once again, I don't think we need it, but there's no sense in leaving it all the way down here.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Yeah, well, we're taking it after, whether they need it or not. They left it behind. Don't have pry bar. No, those are all locked. Okay, so any goodies under here like there used to be? Negative. More matches. Crazy amount of matches. Especially for Interloper. I wonder if this has got the old flare gun spawns where you could get the flare gun and the shells in the ravine as well at the summit. Where you'd get the flare gun and like a half dozen shells or 4 shells or whatever. I don't think there's anything over here, but oh look. There is something over here. I'm glad it came back. Hacksaw hiding over here. Glad I changed my mind on that. That will come in handy. All right, sorry about that. Wife was asking me a question. Oh, already been in that one. 30 minutes. All right. I'll be taking your blue flare. Oh, we reached being overweight. It's not too bad considering how much of a loot goblin I've been. Alright, how many tons of matches do we have? I'll tell you what, here. There's a single match, just in case. Future me might need that. Weather doesn't sound any better. I'm not going to worry about looting all this. Looting the dam is such a project. Not that it sounds extremely fun outside, but maybe an opportunity here. No, we don't have any coffee made. All right. Well, never mind. I was thinking about racing down to camp office, but we'll just go across the way and get some rest. Head out fresh in the morning. We're not in a hurry. Not trying to set any speed records. Come on, kid. Eat a couple of cattails. Kind of need to make water, don't we? We should be able to get. What? Let's pass a little more time here. Drink. We should be able to sleep 10 hours and heal this up. There we go, Astrid. You look much healthier. Wow. All kinds of goodies. Nothing there. Right here. Plenty of bandages. rainy day. Let us here. Let's do this. We got 3 of these. Now I'm going to sneak around the back way to camp office and see if we can't find any birch saplings back here. That way we can get all these saplings down and started. I'll lighten up my load and then we'll roam around the rest of the area and look for some more. No. Don't light the torch.
Can you eat trees?
I guess I'm going to take the scenic route. Well, seeing how we don't always come back this way, we might as well grab these while we're here. Come on.
I can't feel my feet.
All right, I'm going to leave these here. We've got a ton of them on us. Hello, bunny rabbit. There they are. I know there's some that could have spawned back at that hunter's blind that we missed because I went the wrong way, but this is a nice little find here. This will get us started at least. All right.
Damn, I'm freezing.
All right, we're heading to camp office. We'll warm you up. Lake is quiet. I don't hear anything. So I'm going to assume the local authorities are not out on patrol. Right, goodness, girl, you're hungry already. Let's see if we can get inside before we need to feed you. Fog is lifting. All right, let's take these 2 extra pots that we have and put them up here. In fact, maybe I'll start a fire and get some water going. All right. Sure. Those will do. Really, Astrid? Really?
Come on, little fire.
Don't make me use that.
Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
There you go. Alright, throw this on. Throw that on. Let's replace torches. Not too shabby, considering you couldn't light the fire a second ago. Alright, that'll work. Get some water going while we look around. Yeah, we might need to read this book, Astrid. That might be important. All right, so before I ruin my trophy here, lay it out here on display.
take it.
Yeah. Well, do we really need it? Oop. And, alright. Something I should have done before I did anything else, and I completely forgot. Saplings. Alright. First step. Need to get some guts down. No clothing. That's... Okay, so this should be self-sustained. This should take care of itself. How much water do we have? A little bit. We've gotten everything out of here. Freeze paint we don't need. I think I'm going to go to the overlook. See if there's any saplings up there. Sometimes there can be. And... oh, there. Maglet. Not that we need it. Got so many damn matches. Alright, while it's still early enough to move about.
Ah, I'm starving.
Can definitely see a difference in the visual enhancement on this, because this doesn't have the enhancement update, so you can tell that the shadows are all gray, whereas in the updates they have a little color to them. Get off the hill. Come on. Don't get a spray, don't get a spray, don't get a spray. There you go. Okay, we got a maple up here. No ptarmigans. Am I correct? Yeah, I do have All I need is one more ptarmigan. I can make a insulation layer. So that'd be nice. Probably should try to hunt these rabbits that are up here. Get some guts down. No, I'll take all of that. That is lockbox. Not gonna get anything there. Unless we go roaming around by the broken overlook. Oh, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. For the moment, take those off. Tree's gonna be in the way. Sorry, bunny. Need your guts. Put these back on before I forget. Some of the gloves I can aim with it, those are not favorable for me. Oh, I forgot you were hungry. You got anything quick? Here, just nibble on that for a moment. Oops. This one. Don't have the safe house customization, so that menu is not... I'm used to it being second to the bottom, so I'm looking in the wrong one. We can drop these. Tell you what, let's drop this stuff for now, because we're just going to go roam around and look for more saplings. We need to get some more rabbit guts down. We could leave those arrowheads here. We could leave all these here. That. If we can lighten the load a little bit here. We don't need this for the moment.
Man, I could use a drink.
those as well. Speaking of which, bastard, we've got water boiling upstairs, maybe. How's this fire doing? We're into embers. We can save this fire. Let's do a liter of water. And put 2 of those on. And let's see if we can get this rabbit. Harvest it. Not really big.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Here, I see something you can eat. Eat this. Once this is done, how long to harvest it got here? Do that. That should just about be enough for water. .7 minutes. Hurry. Harvest the hide. Oh, we got thirst.
Can you eat trees?
How about this? Can you eat that? Will that keep you happy for a minute? Oh, the stove went out. Well, dog me. I guess I'm starting another fire. That was a fool's errand.
Come on, little fire.
Put that back in there. Oh, good. We didn't ruin it.
My tongue feels like sandpaper.
Yeah. We got some water now. Eat the potato. See what? Leave a couple of these behind for emergencies. Probably ought to make some coffee though. Anything I could be working on that would be helpful. Just cook that other potato. Not a lot of weight, but gets rid of a few things in the backpack. Oh, need to get that down. Can't do nothing unless we get the stuff cured there. Need one more of those. It's getting late in the day already. $33. Let's leave a couple of reishi tea here. And some water. That should about time out on that. So we got plenty of water on us. That should do another 2 liters. We've got some left behind. We've lightened our load. Do we have anything that we shouldn't? Let's leave them these flares behind. Probably could leave those behind, but I do want to read them at some point. Want to get the archery skill built up as quick as we can. Still haven't gotten to the fire level. Alright, before it gets dark, I'm going to wander my way over to Trappers. Kind of work that part of the map. Go to Trappers, then go over to No Name Pond. I'm going to gather up as many of the saplings as we can. And then we'll head over to the Muskeg. Start forging. Probably should have harvested 1 or 2 of those deer carcasses for more guts. And to get more guts down. Maybe we can get that done on our trip around. I see you hiding in the trees over here. You're going to be a pain in my butt, aren't you? Luckily enough, you're walking away. You can't see me yet. Good dog. Walk the other way. Hello, old guy can't game. Welcome in. Thank you for lurking. Okay, we got the birch one. The maple one isn't over there. Take the coal. You know, after watching Archimedes go through like 20 starts over and over again of his tournament deal, he kind of showed where all these saplings are playing out over here. So, hello, Mr. Bear. Any feathers? All I heard were the hooves. So yeah, so as he was setting up his tournament run to try to be as tight as possible, he kept respawning in Mystery Lake here over and over again. And one of the things he was doing was looking for all the spawns. So he was kind of showing off where some of these sapling spawns are. All right, let's try to do this with the glove. Not too shabby. Better aim than normal. All right, where'd you go, buddy? Actually, no, we need one more of these. There you are. Right there. Come on. Right, no birch saplings on that hill, so maybe we get them on the other side. Another hammer. Well. That's good. Nothing wrong with the second hammer.
This'll come in handy.
All right. These can stay here until we get healthy enough to eat those. Leave the book. Oh, I just saw you. We'll leave a half a pack of matches here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We left the lantern behind. All right, let's harvest these rabbits. And maybe we'll cook them for breakfast. It's much nicer to do that in the dark. Not quite as gruesome. Yeah, eat one more. All right, rabbit number 2. Get a drink before we start this next phase. And harvest these. I should have done that by hand. But the deed is done. Tell you what, leave that there, and let's do what we never do. We leave a note. Right. Guess we don't need the U in there. Oops. 1 birch. Nothing else to drop. Craft all this up. Perfect time for the weather to be bad. While we're sleeping. How many more of these do we have? Okay, let's get those done. We'll eat some more of the cattails. Drink. Mr. Humble Tracker, hello and welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Okay, so go for 10 hours. Nice and well rested. All right, I'm going to grab this before we go, even though we found the one hammer. And what do we got for torches? Let's use this torch. No, use the torch. Waste 2 matches, but use the torch. Book is fine. We're doing something a little different. We are playing the only out for 4-day version
Oh, yeah.
of Cougar 1.0. I was able to get my hands on that version of the game and put it in a separate drive. And going to allow us to play the game that we didn't get to play for very long. I didn't get to play it at all. I watched a few other people play it. And I got a chance to touch it when we were prepping for the podcast. But other than that, hadn't played it from like start to finish until it appears and go through the whole live with it and then maybe look for the nest and use the noisemakers and all that stuff. So I'm trying to experience the whole thing and play it out with the original Cougar and all of its flaws and not flaws. Okay, the only thing we haven't done is the safe. So once we get done cooking breakfast here, I'm curious about it because, you know, in the second version of the Cougar, it's the Cougar's everywhere. It's in every region, and it's not like it was. And then this one, it's if you stay in a particular area too long, and then it shows up, and if you leave, you can get rid of it. But if you stay longer, then it becomes a menace. The whole thing with, you know, the thing with the nest and the noisemakers, and I'm curious to experience the whole thing, to actually play through and experience the whole thing about it. So when we tested it, Jitwire had kindly enough taken and kind of rushed through it. She went and got the bow and the arrow and things we needed, and we kind of used the dev console to get some of the stuff we needed, but we advanced the clock up enough just to have the Cougar and then experience it. Didn't really live with it, so looking forward to that part of it. Right now we're in the early part of building up. We need to go forage. We're only at day 9. I don't think that thing shows up until a little later. I think it's like day 20. And then it'll actually appear, and then you've got to stay in the region for so many days. I'm going to have to go back and read all the literature on this. I have to go back and look at the release info. I don't remember all the days and the dates and all that stuff, but regardless, we still got a ways to go. We still need to go forage, and then we're still going to have to go back to Blackrock because we spawned there. But we're going to have to go to Blackrock and get the ballistic vest in order to even tangle with this thing. Because in this version, you don't get to go hunt it. You can't spaz it out with the fire. It just kind of attacks you. 30 minutes on that fire. Can we do like a half a liter of water? Close. Let's put a stick on here. 15 days, spend more than 3 days in one region if your memory is still loyal. Okay, cool. That means it's coming up. So it'll be just about the right timing because we're at day 9. We've got guts down, saplings are down. We've got everything we need to forage. So the timing's going to be pretty close except for having the vest. But again, I don't intend to tangle with it until I have the vest, but you're still the interesting part of it coming into the region, and the whole dramatics of it is so cool. That part I do remember. It was like there's this really tribal drum laden music that goes with it. It's quite entertaining from that point of view. So we're getting closer. Right now we're just grinding out the early game. All right, we still need to get in the safe too, so see what, speed that up. There, that helped on the water front. All right, so let's do this. Somewhere around 45, 42. Okay, 42 and about 3. So 42. And 2. Of course, it had to be the longest combination ever. 42, 2, and then about 50. 42, 2. Nice and slow. There we go. 49.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Glad to see the podcast is doing very well for both of you, and guess that you have great work. Thank you so much. Yeah, we've been very blessed with the guests that we've managed to get on. So very tickled and happy about all of that.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be here for a little while longer. So we'll leave this food behind because it's low conditioned. And if we get to a point where we have cooking level 5, we'll eat it then. Yeah, we've been really blessed with that. I've got somebody I'm working on right now to come on, and we've got feelers out for a couple other people who are willing to come on. We just got to work out the calendar, but with the holidays coming up and stuff, it's going to get a little difficult to get everybody on this year. We'll have to push into next year, which that's exciting in itself. All right, where are we at here? Get a drink. You don't smell. Okay, good. All right, we're gonna wander back around here towards No Name Pond and that little cabin and outhouse area, because there can be some more saplings over here, and then we'll head back to camp office, and then we'll gear up to go forage. Come on, no sprains. There we go. All right, I see one sapling. Mark, if you're listening or if you hear this, thank you for the multiple restarts on your your tournament run. You have shown me where all these freaking saplings are. Yeah, pry bar would be nice. I just haven't picked one up or found one yet, but I'm not too worried about it. It seemed to be pretty overladen with loot at the moment. I'm not hurting for anything. I think he went around this way. Am I correct? There they are. I was right. He did go around that rock. I remember him going around the rock. Although I don't know that he got lucky with this one quite to this degree. And he was playing no-go light, so... which puts the loot on a slightly lower... Ooh, hang on just a sec here. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, Bun Bun. Unfortunately, we need some more guts down. Interloper is being kind to me. It's funny, I opened up a couple of containers and I found a box of invisible bullets and a pack of invisible cardboard matches as well. Ah, crikeys, you found me. Did you lose interest already? Here, let's use this one. Too windy to light a torch. Well, that's not good. Well, maybe we can just get rid of him. Put that away. Where'd he go? That garner your attention at all? It did. I'm not going to be able to get my rabbits very easily. Not throwing it far enough. All right. We're just going to have to get his attention. Yeah. We're just going to walk you over here. Come on. Let's go. I see more saplings. We're going to be ready for all kinds of stuff. Yeah, see, the moose markings are down low again, too. This is it's on the old wildlife. Because the moose markings are down low and it's over here. Okay, so what kind of time we got? I don't know that I really want to harvest these things here. I think we're just going to have to put up with dragging them around. Guess we could leave them right outside the door with one of these books. I'll give Wolfie some time to vacate. Am I missing anything? No. All right, let's warm up. Yeah, the moose markings are way down low. They moved them up higher, where they should be. But the moose spawn isn't over here anymore. It's over by the camp office. Well, we know where to come look for it now. All right, a couple more saplings. You know what? Grab the feathers. I'm going to leave him alone. But I may try and shag this other rabbit here. And some more rocks. I gave away some of my rocks. Sometimes there's just not enough rocks. Speak of the devil, he's over there hiding. Oh, you stop. Wolfie's gonna get you now. All right, let's try this again. Mr. Wolf. Cueing Mr. Wolf. Yep, you smell me. And you lost interest. What if I were to throw a rock over there? Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? All right. Now you're going to be looking for me. Easy there. You get all excited. Make sure he's a good healthy distance away. Come on, bud. You can walk home with me. Maybe you'll keep this other wolf that's coming up here off you. Yeah, I don't expect you to give up. I stink that I haven't, so I expect you to be very interested in what I'm doing, where I'm going.
Jesus, this is cold.
All right, you don't have a buddy over here. That's good. Now if I can just keep the ones by the rail car off of me. As we go into the narrow gap. Oh, you lost interest. You found your own rabbit instead of trying to steal mine. Well, I think once we get these guts harvested and down, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. We can actually think about going to forage. Now we can go in two different directions with the hammer from here in our possession and the one we found at Signal Hill. We could go to Desolation Point or to Forlorn Muskeg. But I think what we're going to do is go to Muskeg, get it done there. More cattails. But then if we leave, we'll take one of the hammers with us and we'll take it to Coastal Highway. All right, Yavanel, thank you so much for stopping in. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. Look at this. We got so much junk. All right, put this down. Not many more feathers, but some. Did our water trick work? It did. Yeah, just get those going. We need to get these curing. kind of worried about wasting the day, but in actuality, this is probably just as important than trying to take advantage of the weather. I mean, weather could have turned while we were walking to Muskeg. All right, so we got 4 guts down here. We'll get a couple more pelts down. We got some pelts over in Trappers, right? Did I write that down? Notes, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. And guts going. So we'll be able to make some gloves or mittens. Probably the mittens. And let's go back to this. Harvest the meat. And maybe I'll start a fire and we'll cook. Get this cooked up.
Oh, I'm starving.
Yeah, I knew you'd probably say something. Hey, you know what? Actually, why don't you drink this? Get that out of our inventory. That one's done. Get this one going. We could harvest the skins in the dark. All right, let's cook dinner. How much fuel do we have on this? Ah, we got enough.
Come on, little fire.
$191. Put that one. And that one. Those should be about the same. Okay. How long to harvest you? 15 minutes. Good deal. Winter slowly setting up here. Last day of the deer hunting tomorrow, and we expect to get another snowfall. Getting ready to boot up for the game system soon. You're going to be snowed in and wanting to play games. Yeah, we're actually getting a bit of a storm here, which is odd. We were getting some rainstorms off the Pacific coast that are rolling in. Going to drop the temperatures. For us, that is. We've been in the 80s for the most part, but we're supposed to lose about 20 degrees. Actually start to get some fall weather here. So I'm looking forward to that after dealing with all the heat. Although I can't complain too much. The heat's been pretty tame this summer. Nothing to worry about there. All right. Eat that. Next. You planning to go deer hunting on the last day, or are you pretty much done? Low 30s. Oh, yeah. You're probably dealing with the snow then for sure. Just keep eating them rabbits. Power. I think we probably could get away with a liter. Keep this one. A liter of water. I think we need to add a couple more sticks to this. So that should just about time out. That'll work. Is there any other lamps or anything here we can harvest before it gets dark? Is that our only lantern? I don't remember there being anything else, but... Well, we've got our 2 arrowheads already because of going to Ash Canyon before this, so... Yes, I will. we got a doe and 1 buck, and we still have extra tags. And you're hunting party tomorrow, so hopefully the weather is not too bad. Okay. Ooh, there's cooking oil hiding underneath there, so we could make some bannock and stuff once we get enough cooking under our belt. So, one more. No more metal to harvest. Nothing in here. Guess we could patch the hockey shirt. Not a whole lot we can do. Don't even know if we can get much reading yet. But I'll tell you what, let's try. Just that book gets us almost through Archery 1. Well, let's read an hour of the book. Can we get a second hour? There we go. I like that. It did. Now we're looking much better there. Okay, now that we're dark, whoops. Let's go ahead and skin these guys with no tools. Then depending on the weather, we'll head out in the morning-ish. See about getting our forging done. I think those skins are over here somewhere. That's weird. When I drop the skins, it shows the 3 campfires. I don't think it does that anymore. I don't recall. All right. I think we could probably sleep for 9. Not like we need to heal. Well, we almost made it to daylight. think it's daylight enough for us to read. So let's read for... You know what? Yeah, just tell you what. Just read for 2 hours. We don't want to run out earliest part of the day. There we go. Leave that one behind, knowing that we read it. All right, so how we doing here, Astrid? What do we got? We got tomato soup, some cattails. Tell you what, just do that. Well, there's enough here to do gloves for sure. 4 guts there. What do we got down here? We got a few down here. Maybe? No. We just got the ones that track. Okay. Maple are at 33. Come on. That one's at 14. Alright, so these are a couple of days away. These are all going to take some time. Seeing how we're swimming in matches. We'll leave some behind here just in case. Leave some of those behind. All right, we got the hammer, we got the hacksaw. We got the quality tools from the dam. I think I'm going to leave the frying pan behind. No need to take it. We can take the pot with us because then we can cook water while we're doing some of the crafting. I'd kind of like to make all the tools. Anything else we can leave behind? It's not much, but a few ounces of weight. I'm going to keep those. They do come in handy when water gets tight. And you can double up on your water. Hopefully water won't be an issue. Not doing too bad, though. All right, is there anything here that I should not be taking? I need cloth to do the tools, in fact. Let's grab another bit of cloth here. All right. So depending on how bad the weather is, which it's not at all. Get out of... I don't smell, right? Okay. I thought I saw a stink line on me. I'm like, what am I carrying that I'm stinky? Do everything we can to work our way over to the forge. We may have to find a place to stop at that point. But I feel like we're getting a little closer. And if Humble Tracker's correct, 15 days, we should be getting closer and closer with the introduction of the Cougar becoming a part of our lives. Clickety clackety of the crampons on a railroad track. Yeah, the trains aren't the new colors too. I just noticed that. All right. Hello, Forlon Musket. One double check before we get any further. Okay, I got the hammer with me. All right. Thought I checked that before, but just wanted to triple check. At least at that point, I could turn around fairly quickly. It gets a little more daunting when you get to Spence's farm and you realize you left it behind.
Man, I could eat anything.
Well, we have some things for you to eat. They're called cattails. They don't come from cats and they don't taste like tails. Oh, fog's lifting. I was worried I was going to have to roam around a long way, although I still may go that direction. All right, let's go over here and gather up cattails. We're going to need food. Food to forage by. I still think I'm going to take the long way around. I'm going to go towards the entrance for Broken Railroad and then along that outer edge of the map to the forge. And my thinking behind that is that sometimes there's some scrap metal up by the other train wreck portion. And there's also saplings over there. We might as well gather more saplings if they're available. And there's no reason not to go over there. The weather's good, and then if the weather turns sour, we've got a place to hide over there because there's that cave along the way. Come on, tomato soup. Here's one scrap. Mr. Bear isn't lurking, is he? Yeah, we could get that too. Get the cache that's over there. Seeing how we now have the note to do so. How are we doing on wheat? Yeah, we don't need that. Take that. We don't need the fuse. I know a lot of times it's like it gets foggy, or if it's the storm is brewing, instead of trying to hack your way across the marsh and lose your way, just follow the railroad tracks, go to the next train track, and then just follow the map around the edge, and you'll find your way to the farm just as easy as trying to hack your way through the middle. A little bit longer. just as much wolf danger. You'll have a couple of wolves you have to deal with. Oh, here's some more potatoes. All right, 2 wolves in front of us. No sense in wasting that. Oh, you turned, you dog. All right. Oh. Dog number 3 that I didn't see. Come on. Let's play this game. This is not going to go... Hopefully I can get them all to reset. Okay, you ran off, you ran off. Good. Good boys. I was afraid they were going to be an all-day sucker. I don't think I'm going to waste this torch for very long. I'd rather waste the match at this point. We've got so many freaking matches. And we found the mag lens. I think we're good. No sense in wasting that mega torch now. Tell you what, Astrid, I'll share a couple of these with you. If you'll walk across the way and go grab a couple more. They're actually warm. I'm impressed. Such a clear day. You can even actually see this farm from here. All right, let's see if this was worth the price of admission. I think it's on the other side for sure, but I can't remember if there's any on this side or not. Don't see any. Well, there's some firewood. Okay, here's one. I know I'd seen a couple over here at least. One is good. One's better than nothing. Nope, those are footprints. All right. Wasn't a total waste of time. Couple of cattails over here too. That works. Get those here. Gotta backtrack just a little bit.
God, I'd eat anything right about now.
Well, how about these 3 cattails I got over here? There's 3 cut across. I don't recall there being any over here, but we're here. Let's take a peek. Nothing jetting out of the snow. One thing about forging over here is definitely not going to starve to death. Oh, snow flurries and a clear day. All right, let's see if this was worth it here, Humble. Come on. Open the cache. Oh, not bad. We'll take it. Some extra food and a quick fire are nothing to say no to. As the weather turns. That's all right. We're still warming up. And the likelihood of getting lost is very remote. Even if we get hit with a blizzard. All right. Grab this because sometimes there's dogs up here. Don't see any saplings. Ooh, I do see. I spy with my little eye ptarmigans. Oh, that was just an awful throw. You have ruined it. Should have taken the gloves off for that one. All right. Put the rock down. You blew it. Come on. Fire striker in the cave. Oh, by the broken tower. Yeah, that's kind of what, that was the other reason for coming this way too, because if things get really ugly, you've got refuge. I know there could be a wolf up here once in a while. There's also rabbits up here too. Not that I'm too worried about grabbing any more rabbits at the moment. There's Wolfie. How many of those do we have? 5. It won't let me get to it.
Man, all I can think about is food.
Polaroid. Oh, come on. Well, you're just a big tease there. Oh well. I guess we weren't meant to get in the backpack. Where'd you go, puppy dog? Yeah, keep the flare out. There you are. That's what I was looking for you for. Get you behind me. Yeah, it's almost as bad as some of the ones on Beachcombing where you can't even get to it because it's on the ice where it cracks. Oh, we got more company. Keep a wide berth in case they decide to play tag team here. Are you running? You are running. Okay. You're still following. You're done running. And you're running again. You're still following. Well, I'm going to go set some stuff down and then I'm going to go for a walk. You're welcome to join. I think we need another... Well, you know what? It probably wouldn't hurt. Because this is probably not as good as this. 0.8. Yeah, there we go. Drop that for the moment. Alright. Put that down for now. Leather.
I think I can use this.
See, here's my invisible stuff that I got. That's why I got the matches. Contraband. Nope, we still don't have a pry bar. More of that. Alright, I know we're carrying like a ton of coal. So drop all the coal. If you weren't here earlier when I mentioned it, I was referring to Zach on his road to 500 day run. He had also, oh, here we go, Jared can. He also has a collection of contraband the same way. He's got a pack of matches and found a few other things that were the same thing because he's been playing for so long on that run and gone through so many updates. So this kind of harkens back to
I'll
that.
take it.
Oh, not the best of shape, that one. All right. Where are you at, there, Wolfie? Let me go get this safe.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Come on. That was quick. Ten on the nose.
I could eat anything right now.
Ten. 26. I can hear footsteps. Too late. Got nothing to fight back. Ugh. You're not that far away either. All right, Astrid, that was fun. I thought I heard footsteps and I was tempted to quit and I should have done it. Arr. All right. Well, wouldn't be any fun if it wasn't fun. I'm surprised they didn't kill me, to be quite honest. Didn't have anything to fight back with. So that was more luck than anything. I should have not put that down. Well, I think this changes my plans a little bit. I think we're going to go up to the bunker and go hunker down. And go heal up a little bit. So let's drop all of this. Let's double check, make sure. We just got a sprain. Okay. Unbelievable. Lost a hat. That doesn't surprise me. We'll need to fix these pants. Okay. Well, not totally shocked. We're walking right back into him. Actually, this isn't going to do Bamboo good because it's going to immediately go out. So let's go up this way and see if we can avoid it. Yeah, I should go back and clip that. That was a good one. Well, hello again. Coming out of the woodwork. I think you just kind of came out of the wall there. All right, I got to get rid of you. I can't risk it. We're not in the shape to take any chances here.
Oh, I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that in a minute here, huh? Thank goodness for the bunker. Any goodies? Of course not. Although, we could hack this up. Get us some more. Go down there. Harvest that. Eat some of the good food. Okay. Drink a birch bark tea. That wouldn't hurt. I don't think I have any regular tea made, but I'll double check. We've got 3 birch bark tea, plus we can make 4 more, so I'll probably drink a couple of those. I don't have any regular teas. So, but let's take the time to try and repair this before Dave runs away. There we go. Get those back. Why not? We've got the time and the equipment to fix them. Let's fix them. What else? Shoes got a beating too, didn't they? Maybe we got enough time for that. Nope. All right, we failed. No biggie. The rest of this we'll have to live with. Yeah, you know what? We might be able to do one repair here. Let's... The time frame for this. 45 minutes. We're using up all our cloth, though. All right, we got to quit. We're going to run out of cloth for making tools here. Yep. We do have that coat that we can, that vest that we can do. So no more repairs. All right, we can get rid of that. All right. And eat a couple more cattails. It's always when you're trying to forge. Always want to jump you when you're on the forge. All right, get a drink. Actually, really can't sleep long enough here. Let's pass an hour of time. Seeing how we're getting some healing from the tea. Now let's see if we can... Well, I'll put it for 10, but I don't think we're going to get it. Well, we got some of it back. Enough to work with. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it there. I need to turn the stream off. 3 hours was my limit, and we're coming up on that here real quickly. So this is as good as a save point as any. So when I get a chance to stream this again, we'll hopefully we'll go get some more scrap metal and we'll probably take apart this shelf while we're here. And we'll get to forging, and that will add a layer of protection for us once we get the bow made and everything. So I'm excited about getting that. We're getting a little closer to getting the Cougar to populate. We're at day 11. We should probably see it hopefully around day 15. I'm going to take a look at that myself. I'm going to see if I can't go find the old information on that and get some better information on when it should show up. But getting closer to it showing up in our little envelope. But with that, I thank you very much for everybody that joined in. Humble, Ravenel, Old Man Spiker, thank you so much. You guys have the time tomorrow. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow at the podcast. And with that, I say good night. Thank you very much for joining.